Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing there? Looks like we've got Morgan going here. Let me jump into the channel here. There we are. Hi, Morgan. All right. Just waiting on the other two, I would assume. And someone else. Oh, there's Mike. Hi, Mike. All right. We are, I've been just, oh man, I've been reading so many rules. Today's my day off. I've been reading this game called Cair Nathalis, which is a pretty crunchy game, but really, really cool, gritty, dark dungeon crawl. I'm probably going to do a solo video of it. I think it would probably work better uh, solo. It's kind of Grimscar-esque in its feel and in its play. So yeah, I think it would work a little bit better solo. So I'm going to give that one a shot. Let's see here. I think. Oh, there's Lone Splunker. Fantastic. A little pick up right where we left off. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think next week, Monday, I'm hoping to do like just a full session of this and then maybe start a different game on Tuesday. Just maybe more of a narrative game because I do kind of miss the narrative games a little bit. So I think that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. And I have been looking over the masks of, man, I don't know how to say that name right. Narlathotep. I don't know. Narlathotep. I don't know how to say the stupid name. But I am looking at that one, and you can. The party is like you gather allies and stuff, so we could all like be rolling for our allies. And on certain things like pick locks, like you would choose, much like in this game, whoever's best at pick locks would make that roll. So I think it would work well for us. It looks like it, and again, this one on that has been really well reviewed. But nonetheless, we have some Rangers of Shadow Deep to get into. Where last we left off, our dog was killed. Not killed, but just knocked out of the fight. Beyond that, I think we are at the start of the round. When we hit the end of the third round is when the flesh golem animates. So we want to kill the shaman. But we have 3 rounds to do that, and then we have 5 rounds to open the door to our north. There are no treasure chests or clue tokens in this room, as far as I'm aware. So we can just kind of push on. And once we get in past that next door, we don't need to beat the room in a specific amount of time. We can take, we're not on the clock as much. So that is where we are. Let's just pick it up with round 1, my friends. I'm going to just adjust my camera so I can see a little bit better. And I hope I didn't knock over a. That was an empty can. That's good. That would have been bad. My setup's a little janky today. Been busy. All right. Let's get grooving here. Right now, no one is engaged in combat necessarily, so we can all kind of do as we wish. How are y'all feeling here? Obviously, the Rain Argos needs to go, and up to 2 of our companions. 100%. As far as I remember in the rules, yeah. As far as I remember in the rules, honestly, well, again, you asked, you're like, oh, where are you getting these great images? They're AI, so that's probably like a janky staircase that goes to nowhere. Um, but yeah, so you can hop on it. Yeah, so you can hop on it. Yep. I'm just moving you into. I can do it. Yeah, I'm happy to help out there too. All right, let's see. First roll of the game. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that is. I think that's a kill because there is no way he can top. Like you got like a 23 or something like that. The shaman has mass he can get is 21. You did 5 extra points of damage on that. So Lone Spelunker, do you want to describe what you do to this shaman? Like he is just like he's probably just starting the incantation to like raise this golem, and all of a sudden the next thing he knows he's on the ground. But feel free to describe what you do with this shot. I know. I hear Odie in the background. All right. So that is a great start. So that also means the flesh golem is not going to rise, which basically just means we have two combatants in this room. Now we can't get too overconfident because we had two combatants. We took out the first two pretty quickly, and then we fell into a lot of trouble with Duncan and Tila with just two remaining. So, but we do have the rest. We do have two more companions can go before they go. Our I, the the problem is they will immediately go into melee. So if that makes sense. Yeah, and start clobbering. Yeah, I mean, we should definitely think tactically about kind of surrounding them so we can get more of us on them. So our positioning is pretty important here. But yeah, that's we have Duncan and Donk, but we can also have Argos crack a shot. Our Conjurer is out of spells, and our Ranger I think cast a heal on Tila if memory serves. Yeah, she was down to like 1 or something. So yeah. All right. So what do we got? So like for instance, if Duncan goes up here and attacks, they are going to have a +2 versus Duncan. Because if that makes sense. Go ahead, Alone Spunker. Correct. Correct. And then once Donk moves into Donk or whoever we have moves into position, or we have Argos go and just try to pick them off because once they get into melee, they're not going to be able to. Argos is not going to be able to get a shot. Excuse me. Velos right now. Velos runs into position, can crack a shot, and then once they move into position, like they're going to move into position and kind of hurt themselves eventually. So Velos, maybe it's to what Mike was saying to an extent, like we get Velos in it and cracking a shot because he's going to be kind of hamstrung a bit once they get into melee. And honest, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got to just move into position, which you have the movement. You're quick. Yeah, that's just 2 points of movement to hop up onto that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, Yep, that makes a lot of sense. Come on. A 1. All right, well, that is the... Yeah, yeah. All right, well, okay, so we can have one of them move forward, but if Duncan does that, for instance, he's at a disadvantage and they're both going to attack him at a disadvantage. It may make more sense. Again, I'm just telling you guys the mechanics of us just having the one companion go and letting them come to us. And then we can all go after both of them go, if that makes sense. I feel like if we have one more companion go, that companion is at a disadvantage. Where if we hold our ground and they come to us, we'll have the advantage. All right. Okay, so I think last. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, Darius. True. True. Um, Fizbo could definitely. Yeah, I mean, just give some form of. I mean, I'm going to move them to a place that like puts them at. That makes the most sense for them. But he can come up, or Darius could still throw a dagger. We still have that possibility. He throws daggers better. That is another possibility. And if Darius moved there, correct, and he has one more dagger left to throw. Or do we wait till the next room? He only has 2 daggers to throw, unfortunately. We could give him 3 going forward. All right. Okay, so here we go. This is what's happening. They're going to do this and then this. So 9 on... They attack the closest one and the one with the least amount of health, which is Duncan, unfortunately. So the first one's coming. Duncan, you have a +2 Not bad. I think, and you're fighting of 3, and you have a +2. No, do you? Yeah, 2 because they were by donk. So you rolled a, I didn't see what you rolled there. It's like a 10 or something. So a 15 total. Great. Their attack is at a +2. So let's see what we got. 15 is the winner. So that is -4 health. So they are down to a 5. Not bad at all. And then the other one is running up and just jumping onto this table. But still, ooh. No, they attack the closest, so that would still be Duncan. I say it's like, actually, would they go for Tila, who has the lowest health, but they go for the closest. So that is a 12. So that's going to be 17 versus... Wow, a 1. Okay. So maybe he just jumps up on the table and slips, and Duncan just whacks him in the back of the head. So that is a 17 minus 11. So that is a 6. So they're down to 4 and 5. That isn't too shabby. And now the rest of us can go. The rest of us being Darius and Fizbo, who really can't do too much, but they can still kind of get a little shiv in there. But definitely Tila, Duncan, and Donk. But who dares goes first? That's true. That's true. Even if they don't attack, they would just be there to give the bonus, which again, if as long as they get side by side, that's a +2. Fizbo moves at a 6. So let's see if... Unfortunately, they have to move through 2 friendlies. So they... Actually, but they could spend their entire turn and get there. If we wanted. So that's good positioning. And Darius Darius is fast. Could probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and do that, and just like backstabbing, basically. Not attacking, but like basically just backstabbing. I think that makes the most sense. So we still have Tila, Man at Arms, and Donk. So who? We can obviously have Mike can roll for Donk. We can have Tila. We'll let Morgan choose if she wants to be Tila or Duncan, and then we can have Lone Splunker roll the other one. But who should go first? I'm assuming Donk, who has the most hit points. All right, Mike, you want to roll for Donk? So you get a +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is just with your allies. On top of that, you get an extra, where is she? It's 10. You have a +10 to this roll. Yeah, here we go. Whoa! That is, okay. That is a 29. That is a dead null. Do you want to describe what Dunk? I think you got the kill shot in with our last time one of these nulls. Do you want to describe what you do with this? I know that was Morgan who did the cleave. What are you doing there, Mike? Nice. All right. Just like cracks in its skull, leaving this one fighter remaining. Which puts us to probably Duncan, I'm assuming. How are you feeling there? Ooh, not super great. You got a +1, 2, 3. That's an 11. So let's see what they get. They could actually hit you back. 13 is a hit. 13, 14, 15. Your armor is a 12, so that's another 3. So you're down to a 6. Now, Lone Spelunker, do you dare have... Actually, you should have had a +4 on your roll. That still wasn't enough. Do you dare have Tila go, Lone Spelunker? She will be getting a plus. Overall, her plus will be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How are you? We do, and you can't pick them off, sadly, with a bow and arrow. But yeah, you still, yeah, we're fine on rounds. We have. This is still the first round. We have 5 rounds to complete this room, so we're totally fine on time. That's smart. Yeah, yeah. I agree. That's wise. And what we can do is, so that moves us to the next round. Um, yes. Yeah. Yes. Oh, Donk's already. Oh, Donk attacked and then killed. So yeah, then Donk could move. You're right. Yes, and then let Fizbo run into here on their next turn. On their at the start of the next turn. Okay, so the start of the next turn, Fizbo will obviously move into place. Um, do we just want Donk? Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is a plus 12 attack for Donk. Who wants to roll this? Who has? Why don't you roll it this time, Lone Splunker? Just because you wisely decided not to roll for Tila last turn. Oh my God. Yeah, that. Do you want to describe how so Tila has like a rapier? It appears. So do you want to describe how the rapier takes out this last knoll? All right. Um, place null fighters. Treat as an normal creature. I'm just making sure there's nothing else in this room. Great. Honestly, we can just kind of. We don't have to painstakingly do this because we have the movement in the next turn. Feel free to just kind of move all of our characters by the door. And again, it makes sense to go in to have the. Because even if this takes 2 turns, we would all get into position. So we could just kind of put everyone in whatever order makes sense. Yeah, that's right. So now again, yeah, go ahead. Do it. Tila. But what does the armor spell do? I mean, that she's the one who's hurting the most. I mean, what do you guys think about that? Would you want her to have +2 armor? That would put her armor score up to that'd be pretty decent, a 14. Or do we give it to someone like the barbarian who's at a 10, and just to give them a bit more of a buffer to go in there swinging? Oh gosh, you're right. Duncan is. What are you feeling there, Morgan? They're kind of your. They're both man at arm. Yeah. Okay. I think so. Yeah, that makes yeah, honestly, I think that makes sense because Duncan has accrued progress points. So it is more important for us to keep Duncan around. So I'm going to give Duncan, I'm just writing down a 12 here, but it's not a 12 actually. It will be a 14, and then a slash for a 6 for their health, just as a reminder that their AC is 14. Okay, so this is again how we mid-max this a little bit. Is we have, because remember it goes. I don't even know if you guys can see my camera. I'm just gesturing. You're probably not even looking at it. But it goes Ranger phase, baddies, companions. So again, it makes more sense if we do our Ranger phase, only have the Ranger go, bad guys go, but nothing's happening, and then the companions flood the room. So how are we feeling about that? Yeah. All right. All right. Last room. Who is? And again, feel free to like move. So like the door, once you stepped in the darkness, so like feel free to move. Like everybody can move forward like a space, because again, we had 2 rounds to move into whatever position we want. So whatever way you want to flood the room, feel free to set the tokens up in that way. It looks like Spelunker may have just fallen off the Discord chat, and they're back. Oh, no problem. So yeah, are we feeling good about this, or who's gonna? I'm assuming Argos is probably going to want in and crack a shot from somewhere nearby. Darius still has a dagger. Yeah, how are we feel? Is this set up okay, or you guys want to move some people around here a little bit? All right. Okay, here we go. Again, really, I've been really happy with Owlbear. I mean, this is just a really nice. I can't put like a PDF up on it, so like you know how when I do like the more narrative games, like the Cthulhu games and stuff, you know, I'm scrolling through with my PDF. I can only like put screenshots on there. So I feel like if when we play games that have like a PDF or scrolling screen, you if you wanted to look at it, you would jump back to the YouTube page that you have open, and you would see that on my screen, and then you could jump back to Albert Studio, and I'll have like all the character sheets and stuff like all spread out, mildly well organized in Albert Studio. I think that's how we're going to do this, but again, I'm assuming you guys are liking the interface of this, yeah. And again, I have about 5 pages on it, like where I have 5 different pages, and it cost me like it's something like $3 a month. It's a great deal. I'm again really happy, and it's very low lag, very low energy drain, which is nice too. Okay, here we go. So this was the one that Morgan rolled, which is a pretty fun room because we have more. Let's see here. Unlock it. Let's see if I can get rid of this here. Fog. Hit. How do I? What the hell? Fog already exists here. I know. I'm trying to get rid of it. Hit. Oh no! I erased the wrong thing. Shit. Oh, thank God. Okay, it has an undo feature, which I just found out. I hit Command Z, which is fantastic. So that would have been really sad. I'm just trying to get rid of the fog. Where's it at? Nope, not that. Oh, I'm in the wrong screen because I'm an idiot. I did it earlier. Why can't I do it now? Fog. Hit. Fog exists here. I know. I know. I know. Well, I have some pop-ups like kind of blocking my way from eCams. Oh, here we go. Fog. I did it so well last time. Double click. Cut. There it is. Okay. So this room. This is the room that Morgan rolled. Actually, the guy in the helmet is another man-at-arms, interestingly enough. So, where are we at here? We are in the torture room. This room is sparsely furnished with a few bunks, a table, and chairs, some of which are now broken. 2 badly beaten prisoners are shackled to the wall opposite the doorway. Those are the ones with like the little masks on the back on the opposite wall. In the center of the room, place a Knoll sergeant in contact with a soldier. So again, remember the Knolls took over this place. So this is one of another soldier. This soldier is one of the Ranger's companions for the rest of this scenario. Use the stats for a man-at-arms, except he is unarmed, doesn't have a shield, and is reduced to 7 health. 2 other Knolls fighters are in this room. One is, and then they're just there. I put them where they're supposed to be. If the players suffer the penalty, if we came in here too slowly, the soldier in contact with the Knoll sergeant would have been slain by now. But we arrived in time before he was killed. If a hero moves into contact with the soldier, and there's no enemy model next to them, the idea is that a soldier is given a sword and then has a weapon to fight with. If the Knoll sergeant is killed, immediately place a clue marker where he stood. The 2 prisoners are chained to the wall. They're badly wounded. They're too wounded to be of any relevance during this scenario, but if the Rangers successfully complete it, we receive experience points. We have until the end of the 4th turn after we open the door to open the door to the next room, or we suffer the penalty in that room. There is no next room, so we don't need to worry about time, which we've been doing pretty good with time anyway. But that is our current scenario. So we will have a clue marker when the sergeant is killed, and we want to just, if we can, get adjacent to this man-at-arms just to give him a sword. But that is what we got. Basically, we have 1, 2, 3 enemies in this room, and they will start attacking this man-at-arms pretty quickly if we don't get closer to them. So I don't know who it was who opened the door, but go ahead and continue your turn. Yeah, just to get that man-at-arms, because they will start just wailing on him. And he only has 7 health left. Well, you can, and I don't think he's engaged with him currently. It didn't say that, Mike, so you could get a shot off on him if you so desired. No, so we skipped that. What we did is because we just did the ranger phase, and in the ranger phase you can have the ranger and up to two companions. So we just skipped the companions. Then we did enemy phase. Now we're on the companion section, and literally every companion can run into the room. It's just a way to cheat the system a little bit in regards to the time element. All right. Yeah, you are. Ooh, a 13. You have a +2, I believe. Yeah, so that is a 15. The sergeant rolls a 13. 40. Yeah, dang it. Yeah, it like just thuds into his armor, sadly not penetrating it. He was able to hold off that attack, unfortunately. Um, I'll go ahead and give you, obviously, one of the other combatants. But what are we... It looks like we can either run up and, like, donk... Ooh, hang on. They can get close. I'm just looking at, like, can they engage, but, like, be kind of close to this sergeant as well. Donk could run all the way, can run that far. So it's kind of up to you guys if you want to just engage this first little peon or not. Or right now, the peon is still attacking this guy. But once you get within 3, he will be focusing on you. So kind of up to you guys who's doing what here. Darius can still do his throwing knife. The idea is he will get his throwing dagger back at the end of this scenario. So he could also run in the room and just hurl one as well. Yeah. Okay, so he can move there, but he wouldn't be able to get a hit off. Correct. Oh, yeah. And, well, yeah, if they're next to... yes, 100%. And actually, it makes sense to put them, like... if we want to do that, are you guys good with that? If they go right here, then when the sergeant attacks the man-at-arms, the sergeant will have the bonus. Yeah. Okay, so that would be the entirety of Donk's turn. What else we got? I think the man-at-arms and Tila are both within range to attack that one. I'm pretty... Yeah, maybe, yeah. And give bonuses, yeah. Do we want the throw... Do I have the peon or the sergeant? Who do you want the throwing dagger aimed at? I'm just making sure that they're... Okay. We didn't engage. He just went up there. I don't think they're engaged because they didn't attack. They just moved into position. Who wants to throw the dagger? I'm trying to find the... I'm making sure that there are... that they are indeed fighters. I think they're the tokens for fighters. Yeah, they're fighters. Okay, I give them the fighter tokens. I was just making sure that they're fighters, not archers. All right, who's doing the little hurl? The old Darius chunk. All right, Mike, what do you got? All right, Spelunker, let's see what you got. Yeah. Is that a 1? Boo! Just kind of... I know. So in D&D, I usually... I mean, this game's a little... But like in D&D, that is like he accidentally would have hit like Donk with the dagger. That's just kind of a little thing. If you like critically fail when throwing when people are like next to each other, you accidentally hit your own person. But I'm not going to be mean because we do that a lot in this game, it seems. All right. That still leaves us with Tila and Man-at-Arms. Fizbo can still run and like provide some form of... Actually, Fizbo's pretty fast, surprisingly. They can move 9. Fizbo can actually move, like, here as well, if we wanted them to literally get, like, to just add support to that man-at-arms to just bolster them a bit. Or they can bolster... Okay, so are we good with that, guys? Okay. Yeah, exactly. So what Morgan, are you having either Tila? So, like, again, Tila arrived. Let's say Tila got there first. Tila doesn't get any bonuses for a companion, for an ally. But when Duncan arrives, Duncan does get bonuses because there's a companion nearby. So, are you going to attack with either one of them? With, okay, so Duncan will have a plus one, two, three, four, five against the Null Fighters 2. 17 versus 17 versus ooh, oh boy, this hurts. Oh, thank God he got some armor though. 17 versus 18, that is a hit. 18 minus 14, that saved Duncan. That armor spell gave him 2 health, and that would have been enough to take Duncan down. So Duncan has not been having a great go at this at current. So, but that armor spell saved him. So Duncan is now definitely backpedaling a bit. That puts us to, I think that was it, right? That was all of us? Yes, it was. Well, actually, it did say, I don't think we want to fight with them, but it did say that treat the guy as our companion. Do we want this rando man-at-arms who does have a weapon now? Because again, once you get adjacent to him, he has a weapon. So the idea, I guess, is the barbarian, like in the torture room, found like some bladed something or other and gave it, and just like ran by, picked it up and gave it to this random man-at-arms. So this man-at-arms, who is a companion, it says treat them like a companion, would have an attack. They are a man-at-arms, so they have a +3. They have 2 companions next to them. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a +7 against the sergeant. His armor's at an 11, and he only has 7 health, but he has a +7 attack. How are we feeling about that? All right, whose turn is it to roll? Who's feeling it? Oh, that is true. Mike, do it. I don't think Mike's gotten a hit yet tonight, has he? Oh, he has. No, he's gotten a 20. He did roll a 20. Boo! All right, here we go. It's 20 plus 7, so that's still an 11. Come on, don't kill this guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. 17, 18, 19, 20. I know. 20 minus 11 is 9. He's dead. I know. That was, well, there goes some experience points. He's gone. I'm going to put him off to the side. All right, well, we keep getting golden jewels. We don't need his experience. We got golden jewels for days. Okay, that does put us back to the top of the round. Unfortunately, Velos is... Wait, that's not true. Ooh, hang on. Oh, he didn't go yet. Velos does he can crack a shot at the fighter who is currently not engaged. Argos, excuse me. I'm sorry, we're at the start of the next turn. Argos and Velos can both crack a shot at the one who is currently not engaged on the stairs. You can also crack the shot and then go run into combat to give your allies a +2 to their attacks as well. All right. You have not used any of your special abilities this scenario. On the stairs? Okay. That gives you the +5 to your roll. Great. Yep. Like, see if you thread the needle through everyone there. Glad you... So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's still a 15. Oh, was it 17? It is. Lone Spunker. It said it came up with 17. So that's like a 20. That is a hit that I cannot negate. So you did 20, Jesus, 23, 24, 25, 26. Killed him. Right in the, I mean, just like right in the snout. It just like lets out like this, like, does this like little weird little knoll yip. And as it opens its mouth, the arrow just penetrates right through. So there's one less to deal with. He was really excited about, he was doing the boom. What do the little sand people do when they have the, in Star Wars when they're like thrusting their little, they're doing their little dance, and he just gets, Shot through the face. All right, so that was Argos. Are you and you're running in a position to help with this other fighter? Yeah, the I think the Jawas. Don't they do the little thrust with their weapon above their head when they get excited? Are those maybe those are Tusken Raiders? Sand people, the Sand people. Yes. The Sand people. Thank you. Yeah. Um yeah, exactly. Okay, so we had that was Argos went. We can still have two more people go. Um Unfortunately, Velos doesn't have a shot, but like, do we have like? I was about to say, do we have Darius and Velos just move into flanking position to help the attacks? Which honestly, Duncan Duncan is about to be attacked, and Duncan may go down if so. He could use all the help he can get. They attacked the one with the least health, right? I'm gonna double check that. I think it's the one with the least health, right? I've been saying that all along. Okay. All right. I know, which is highly possible. I read so many rule books. Um. So yeah, so I mean, do we just literally just want Darius and Argos? Excuse me, Darius and Velos to move into flanking positions just to help out for when the baddies attack? All right, who are they? They can move into Darius is moving on the sergeant. Okay, great. I think that's smart just to help Duncan out. Um, that makes Darius Darius, who has a tendency of dying, just moved into a dying. So Darius is going to be the focus of the Knowles attack. Let's do that one first. Who wants to roll for Darius? Darius is fighting with a knife. I think his damage is at a -1, but let's see. He is injured. I think he just says -1 damage. Dagger. -1. It's just the -1 damage modifier. So we're not worried about damage. We're mostly just worried about him not getting killed. But all right, who wants to roll the Darius? Ooh, Darius going against the bigger one. So Darius gets a +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Darius is being attacked. Yeah. He gets a +5. 14 versus he got hit. So that is and this is a fighter. So it's a 17. 17 minus his armor is, I'm assuming it's not a great armor, 10, 7. So he is down to a 3. I know, but this is the last room in this scenario. So we just need to kind of survive this room. And then now this is the sergeant. Whoa, that was the sergeant. Shoot. Never mind. Darius was attacking the sergeant. Sorry. Darius took a little bit more damage. Darius took an extra point. Darius is down to 2. Okay. We need to save Darius. Now the fighter is attacking Duncan. Morgan, I feel like you should roll this because this is your baby. But you get a plus. Ooh, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got a 24. The fighter cannot match that. That is a dead fighter. Hooray. Now, we still have Tila, Duncan, Donk, yeah, Fizbo. But do we want to get some people like up there just to really make sure Donk can put some mean stank on this sergeant, or do we want? Or okay, so we can get Tila. All right, Tila and Duncan running up. I was about to say, well, Darius, he is engaged with Darius, so I think he would stay focused on Darius for when he attacks. I think that makes sense. So now we have, I think it is your turn to roll. This is Donk. This is you, Mike. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a +12. You just want like a 10 or above. Okay, it sounds it. It sounds it. There it is. That is an unstoppable hit. The sergeant, his armor is not that great. That is a dead sergeant. Then at top of next turn, we can move on to a clue. This is the only clue we've gotten in this entire encounter. Who wants somebody roll me a 1d20? A 14. A hidden note. Make a perception roll. Let's see. Which character would this have been? Honestly, I was saying just because again, you can kind of like cheat and look at these things. It's either an army roll or a perception roll. So it would have made sense to have Darius be here because I think Darius is the most perceptive. Because again, you can look at the clue markers and just kind of see what they are. Again, it's all open information. Darius's perception is a +2. So who wants to roll a 3 or above? Who is feeling the raw power of a 3 or above? Don't all jump at once. Oh, okay, you got that. So 19. So you got this hidden note. If successful, you find a note scrawled by the captain of the tower before he was killed, warning of the Shadow Knight that is now in control of the tower. Your first attack that damages the Shadow Knight in the next scenario does an additional 2 points of elemental magic damage. Well, that's nice. Okay, so I'm going to, yeah, so I'll take a little copy of that. And that is the scenario. So that did not take long. As I said, I feel like we're just getting a little bit better feel for the game so we can move a little bit faster. But I'm going to just open up the book here. This scenario continues until all the doors have been opened and all evil models on the table have been killed. Assuming the Rangers have survived, proceed to scenario 3. All figures that survived regain 8 health. So let's go ahead and take care of that right now. So the dog is still out. And then I think we have some other choices to make, but everybody gets 8 health. So Darius would go up to 10, which is probably his max. That's good. Yeah. Oh, that's true. Oh, but this is the same. Yeah. Do you do that between scenarios or between missions? You do that between scenarios. Oh, okay, I'll check that out. You are correct. Duncan is back up to 10. So that's nice. Tila, I think, stays with us for this mission. So she is back up to full health. She is back up to a 12. I think everyone else is already full, right? Yeah, okay. I'm going to keep reading. The scenario, all figures that survived. Yeah, I think you're right there. Let me find the end of scenario survival table. I'll do that in a second. Let's just do experience because we're here. So 3 points for each gnoll that was killed. I put them off to the side. 1, 2, 3. Those two don't count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think you got another 30 there, Lone Spelunker. Then we've got an extra, 10, 11, 12 for the Gnoll Shaman. I counted him originally, but he's part in this other group. So that's 10, 11, 12. The Flesh Golem was killed. So that's 17. The captain's logbook is found. Did we find the logbook or the note? No, we just found the note. So 10 points if the prisoners are rescued. They are, because we had time to get there and rescue them. So the prisoners were rescued. There's another 10 points. This is increased to 20 if one companion is left behind to guard them. This companion will miss the next scenario, but will gain a progress point. What do we think about that? Is that worth an extra 10 experience points? Where are you? I'm assuming you've hit. Good. True. He did pick up his daggers, but yeah, he is. He's good for skills. Yeah, let's check the This companion missed this next scenario, but yeah, that's true. That I mean, I think that's valid. They have a guard, a dog watching them. All right, so let's see. Okay, here we go, guys. It's everyone's favorite time. Who rolls to see if the dog survived? I'm just going to the check for injuries and death, calculate experience levels, roll for treasure. We already did that, sadly. Reorganize companions. The basic game is designed. Scenarios and missions after I've reached the end of a scenario. Okay. All right, injury or death. Who is rolling the 1d20 for the dog? I know, this is scary. It's a 1 or a 2 is what we don't want. Who? Oh, you guys are so scared. I know, I know. I think it just said he's a companion for the rest of the scenario, and we get experience if he survived. Yeah, so I think he's. I'll double check that. Actually, that's a great question. But I think we just had him for the scenario. Tila, we have for the mission. Let's see what it said here. You're doing it. All right. We want you to roll high. Ooh, he's good. Odie's back, and Odie's back to full at eight health. Odie starts with 8, so Odie is full health. Do we want to leave Odie behind for an extra 10 points, or do you want to? I feel like we bring Odie with us. Odie dies. I also feel like once we beat this mission, this next scenario, we will have enough recruitment points, if nothing else, to make Odie into like a warhound to beef him up a little bit, if we want to do that. But yeah. Okay. All right. So there's an extra 10 experience points. So you should have your 100 now easily, right? Or no? Oh, your overall experience. Plus, you had like 40 or something like that. You had like 30 or 40 from the previous one. Plus, we have all that freaking gold and jewels that will give you a 10. The spell book, is that every scenario you get a log a spell? Is that correct? I don't think, from the way it sounds, so I think the idea for the scenarios, we're running into this place. I don't think we get more spells back. I feel like the idea is we bested them and then we run up the tower. So I don't think we get spells back for next round. I feel like this next scenario, we're still. Yeah, but this is, I'm just saying from the rules of this current scenario, it says everybody gains 8 health, and we're supposed to be max health whenever you start a scenario, I think. So I feel like the idea is we didn't have time to fully rest. I think that's what it's saying. It didn't say anything about that. Maybe it'll say it a little bit more in depth, but it made it sound like, I'll read it real quick here, because we are just running up this tower. It's not like we have a second to chill here, but it says, so it does say, assuming the Rangers have survived, proceed to scenario 3. All figures that survived regain 8 points of health, which to me just sounds like we didn't have time to fully recoup. But maybe we do. I don't know. I don't. It doesn't say one way or another. Maybe you get one. Maybe because we don't know, you get 1 spell instead of 2. Like the Conjurer will give 1 spell too, if it doesn't say for sure. So we did recoup. We got everything there. We got a happy dog. We left him behind. So let's just, again, just for fun, let's see what's on the upper level. But I haven't designed this. I haven't read it or anything. Yeah, right here. Your party is battered and bruised, but the fight is not over. Whatever now rules in this tower is likely on the upper level. While it is tempting to leave now with the gains you have made, I haven't made that many gains, it would then be left to some other group to come and finish the job, and who knows what evil might be done here in the meantime. Readying your weapons, you advance up the stairs. Okay, scenarios played, typical square. Looks like a square inside a square. Square should be marked out by a low wall. Oh, it looks like we have to climb a wall. Oh, okay, so we have to climb a wall, it looks like, to get in that center square. This represents the covered portion of the tower top. A trap door representing the top of the staircase. Oh, maybe that's where it says Rangers. Should be placed in one corner. Okay, so that's we coming up through a trapdoor where it says Rangers. If you're looking on my screen, you may be able to see it. The place is center. In the center of the table is a pile of wood. Ooh, this is getting very was it Denethor of Gondor, like making his like pyre of wood here. Strapped to the top of the wood is a helpless soldier. So Faramir, I'm going to literally make a Faramir token to put on there. Place a Shadow Knight, ooh, and a Null Fighter in contact with the wood pile. So it says right there, but out of line of sight of the trapdoor. Okay. Place 3 Null Archers. Okay, so then archers are like kind of like all around the perimeter. And they're on this little walkway. Place the heroes within 1 inch of the trapdoor. The rest of the heroes can be placed within 1 inch of the trapdoor at the beginning of round 2. Oh, so it's the same kind of thing. We flood the room with 3 heroes, and then the rest come in on round 2. The Null Archers will not enter the central square. They move the shortest distance to get them line of sight. So they're just like on the periphery shooting at us. So maybe that may be something that's kind of fun. Argos and Velos may need to be like just holding them off or something. That's kind of a fun scenario. Any figures that takes damage while on the wooden walkway, which I'm assuming is the outer square, any figure, so this is them as well, must immediately make an acrobatics check or the old wood gives way and they fall to the ground, which knocks them out of the scenario. So we don't want to be on that outer walkway, but it does sound like a really great thing for some archers to do some. This is the only way to fall from the tower. Otherwise, figures will always stop at the edge of the walkway. The Shadow Knight will always succeed at his acrobats roll, so we can't make him fall. That's too bad. Any figure is immediately reduced to 0 health. Good to know. We don't have a monk that can wall kick their way down. During the event phase of fate. Oh, here we go. During the event phase of turn 2, the heroes see a flame spring up. All heroes must make a will save or become poisoned. Ooh, okay. During phase 4, we start suffering -2 fight. The man atop the wood pile is held down by iron chains, impossible to break them. So, and then at turn 5, the Shadow Knight will spin an action to basically light the guy on fire. All heroes must make an immediately will save or suffer damage equal to the amount that we failed. Wow. Okay. So we want to kill archers. The Shadow Knight, make sure the man doesn't die. Make sure the wood pile is not alight. And then we want to see these lights off in the distance because this is a very Gondorian. The Gondor asks for help or whatever it is, sends for aid. So okay, that will be next Monday, I guess. Are you guys good next Monday trying to do this entire scenario, and then on Tuesday maybe doing attempting another Cthulhu adventure, or would you rather try to play something else? Okay, great. Okay, and we can chat about it more in the Discord channel. But yeah, I'll start setting that stuff up and build us a nice little tower top here. Cool. That's it. I'm back to my shows. So obviously I'll chat with you guys on Discord, and all right, we banged that out in like 45 minutes, basically. Go us. Yeah, well, I know that's what I'm thinking. It's like, I feel like we can, now that we know how it works, we can, and I feel like this next one's basically probably going to just be 4 rounds for the entire encounter. I don't think this next one's going to take too incredibly long. But yeah, we'll do that one, and then we can like actually go back and like level up our characters. And ooh, speaking of, I need to give progress points and all that good stuff to our little friends. So I will do that right now. But that's it. And I'm just going to upgrade our. Yeah, we are getting close. So Duncan got 8. Actually, if Duncan doesn't go down to 0 health, Fizbo doesn't go down to 0 health, Velos doesn't go down to 0 health, they will all gain an extra health point overall. They will actually level up in this next scenario, by the end of this next scenario. So that's pretty cool. Donk not doing so well, or Darius at all. And poor Odie. But they're all still alive somehow. Okay, I'm going to level all that stuff up, and that's it for now. And until next time, stay dorky, my friends, all that good stuff, and I'll be playing some games here soon. All right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, bye, guys. See you in a week.